Have you ever been in a home that had a scent or a smell to it? My name's Sean Larson, real estate broker, and we're going to talk about that for a second. And I elaborate about this on some of my other videos, but this is so worth a spotlight on its own. So we're going to take just a second and talk about this because some people might be preparing their homes for showing, they might be having open houses. So this is a really important detail. So let's go back to the original question. Have you ever been to a home that had a scent or a smell to it? And I think we can probably all agree that we all have. But do you know if your home is one of those? Because a lot of people don't know that their home might be in that category. But the fact is that we live in our homes all the time. So we acclimate to the scents that our homes have. And so when it comes to kind of distinguishing whether you have something that needs to be resolved or not, that can be a little bit tricky. So here's what you need to do. You need to call up your most blunt speaking friend. And you know who that is because we all have one. You need to invite them over. You need to tell them that you are going to list your home on the market or you're having an open house or something like that, whatever the case may be. And you need to just flat out ask them, does your home have a scent? Now, if they spend a lot of time over there, they too may have acclimated to it. So you need somebody that isn't there all the time in the environment. And the scents can come from a lot of things. Just living space stuff, the things we bring into the home have scents. It can also be from things like pets. If anybody is smoking in the home, if there's been any moisture leaking in the home, that can create a scent. If you inherited some old boxes from the attic or something and brought those into your home. So everything has a smell or a scent to it, but as soon as it comes into the home, well, now all of a sudden your home starts accumulating those smells or those scents as well. So what we need to do is we need to identify whether your home has one or not, because when it comes to home showing, you don't want that. And here's what we're going to talk about the most. Don't go covering it up. Everybody's going to want to go out and buy every plug-in they can, every air freshener spray they can. Don't do that. Don't do it. I promise you, it is not a good move. Because what's going to happen is when somebody comes to see your home at a home showing or an open house, they're going to walk in and a couple of things might happen. That scent may not agree with them. They may not personally like the scent you picked. They might have an allergy to it. It's not the natural thing that's coming from the garden, but they might have an allergy to the thing that you sprayed all over the place. So don't do it. Please take this advice. Just resolve the problem or the issue that's creating the scent, and you won't have to worry about masking it for showings. You won't have to run around the home before every showing and spray everything in the air, because it does have an effect on buyers. But home sellers aren't there to see that. So we as agents, we see it happening. I've had buyers go into a home before where we walked in the door, they smelled what they had provided to cover up the scents or smells, whether it be plugins or whatever, they left. So in that case, the seller didn't even have a chance because the buyer really didn't get to evaluate the home because they were so affected by what the homeowner had put into the air. And it can be the sprays, it can be plug-ins, it can be candles. Don't light the candles. Everybody thinks it's nice and pretty, to put the candles around and light them and it's atmosphere and it's got that pretty smell. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not only do you not want candles burning in your house unattended before and after the showing, you just don't want that scent in the air. It falls in the same category. So don't go covering up the smell. Just resolve it. If you have things that came into the home that have a scent, like I said, that came out of an attic, put them in storage. Whatever it is, if you have carpets that need cleaning, take care of that. Resolve the scents and don't go covering it up because buyers are very keen on that and it does really affect their impression of the house. So, being that I said all that, I know a certain percentage of you are still going to the store to buy those plugins. It's just fact. It's reality. You're going to get the plugins. You're going to get the sprays. If you are going to do that and ignore all of this advice, which is going to happen, do this. At least take this advice. Don't go buy any scent other than something in the cotton or the linen fragrance. Don't go buying the garden stuff. It might be the prettiest smell, it might be lavender, it might be the thing you enjoy soaking in your tub the most. You love that scent. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go picking florals. Don't go picking things that smell like food. Don't go picking cinnamon and you see one that smelled like sugar cookies. Don't do that either. Just pick something very clean that's either something like linen or cotton. And most fragrance companies are going to have something like that. My advice, don't do any of them. But I know for a fact some are going to. So just stay in that zone. We just want your home to have the best chance with buyers. And if buyers are immediately caught off guard by that and they walk out the door, sellers stood no chance at all. Buyers left. And if it's too strong and they're walking through the house and they did stay, a lot of times that's all they're talking about is the scent of what you put out, the spray, the plug-in, or whatever, the candles, whatever it may be. That they stop focusing on the house because they're so consumed with what they're smelling. So that's today's advice. Again, we spotlight that in some other videos, but it is so important, and so many people don't think about it because they think it's a positive move, and rightfully so, because the sellers aren't there to witness how it affects buyers. So just take that little bit of advice and it will get you ahead in your home showings and your open houses. Again, my name is Sean Larson, real estate broker. If I can help you with absolutely anything, big or small, give me a shout and we'll make a plan and we'll take care of it for you. Have a super day.